Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is Sankarshan Joshi, and in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to the trailer of Salam Venky. Salam Venky is an upcoming Indian Hindi language drama film directed by Revathy. The film is produced by Suuraj, Sinngh and Shraddha Agrawal through their banners Be Live Productions and Our Take Studios, starring Kajol and Vishal Jethwa in the lead roles. The film is centered around a true story of a mother and her son Venky, who suffers from muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy. Okay, I don't know if that's the right spelling, but that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the description of the film. This movie is directed by Revathy, and Revathy, for all the people who don't know, who's been there in the industry for a really long time, and she's a great actor. So for someone who's been in the industry for so long, you understand the craft better. I'm super excited. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
कहाँ थे तुम?
ऐसे पूछ रहा है जैसे मैं भाग गई थी किसी के साथ।
थोड़ी देर रुक जाओ, बस कुछ दिनों की बात है, फिर भाग जाना।
कोई सुनेगा तो क्या कहेगा? बेटे को माँ से बात करने की तमीज भी नहीं है।
मैं तो सिंपैथी वोट लेके चला जाऊंगा। बुरी तो तुम ही बनोगी।
जिंदगी लंबी नहीं,
बड़ी होनी चाहिए बाबू विशाल। जैसे धीरे धीरे करके मेरे कानपुर, हाथपुर, जबलपुर में हड़ताल होने लगेगी ना, तब मत आना मेरे पास रोते हुए।
मम्मी ने फिर आके डांटा, लगते मुझ गया छाटा है राहों के बेटा बोला क्यों है ये गुस्से का गोला। कितनी दफा दोहराऊं कहते कहते थक जाऊं। तुमने तो जाना नहीं करना फिर होगा वही जाओ मैं देता तुम।
ये सारी मशीनें क्यों लगा कर रखी?
मैंने उसके डॉक्टरी को ललकार दिया, इसीलिए डेकोरेशन। अम्मा, तुम्हें पता है मैं क्या चाहता हूँ?
जब भी उसने मुझसे कुछ मांगा है तो मैंने उससे दिया है, लेकिन ये मैं उसे नहीं दे सकती।
अपनी आखिरी सांसें गिनता हुआ एक लवेबल बेटा, उस बेटे की आखिरी ख्वाहिश पूरी करती हुई एक बहादुर माँ, और इमोशनल फैमिली ड्रामों का दीवाना हमारा मीडिया। आई थिंक जोर का झटका देने से लगेगा, राइट?
तुमने सब कुछ पहले से ही सोच रखा है?
टाइम थोड़ा कम है ना।
मैं तेरी जिंदगी बड़ी बनाऊंगी, प्रॉमिस। उन्हें तो मुझे जीना सिखाया है, सुपरमैन की तरह। सॉरी, आर्नोल्ड की तरह।
Oh my god, that trailer was heavy with emotions. There was a lot happening there. There is the son has his feelings, his emotions. There's other girl who looks to be like a romantic interest of the son. And there's Kajol, and there are a lot of characters surrounding Kajol. There's a doctor, right, who seems to have interest in Kajol, and there is mother and son relationship. A lot of lawyers come in, and at last Aamir comes in. There are a lot of characters, and it's so interesting to see the dynamic, like what it's going to be like. And also this trailer, I mean the movie seems to have spectacular visuals, like the very aesthetic. And so mother and the kids, the relation between that, it just hits that emotional note, right? Like when you're watching a movie, even when you see Taare Zameen Par, the relationship between mother and their kids, that relationship is super emotional. And while I'm watching, this movie seems to be like a roller coaster ride of emotions. There is a scene where the mother is angry at the son. There is a scene where they both are having super fun. There are scenes where they're having some senti, sad, emotional conversations. So that's how relationships actually are, right? Like it's a combination of all of them, all of those things. And this movie looks like it encapsulates all of those emotions in a much more like a realistic way. And also this is a real life story, like it's based on real life story, and that actually takes the story and the emotion to another level, right? So normally when you're watching a movie and if you think that it's a fiction, I mean even fictional movies makes you emotional, but when you watch movies like Major, like where that this has already happened, that takes the entire experience to another level. So the entire court and law dynamic, right? So it makes me think like, where is the story headed? Like there is a son has a muscular who has issue with his muscles and he cannot move and he's on a wheelchair. And what could the story be? That anticipation and that they have shown really well, which actually excites you when you're watching. So yeah, like I really loved the trailer, and I really love movies which show like which does storytelling in a much more realistic way, And this movie, like when you look at Kajol, right? Like even with her career graph, like how she started and what she's doing, and movies like this are a very excellent choice as an actor to choose, because it's very challenging and also the audience want to see movies like this. So this would be a great way to for Kajol to have a comeback and be more often on the big screen. So coming back to my point, like I really admire much more realistic way of storytelling, where nothing is too fancy or over the top, where it looks evidently fake or like fictional. So yeah, that's another thing that I loved about the trailer. And also Aamir Khan, right? Like what role does he have in the movie? That's another thing that got me thinking at last. And that's a very interesting creative choice where you put that at last, because that gets people mind rolling and they keep thinking like what might be his role. So yeah, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my reaction to the trailer of Salam Venky. Hope you guys liked it. If you have any trailer recommendations or movie recommendations for me to watch and review, please do mention in the comment below. Until next time, take care.